Hey folks, Chris Rich, AZ Fly Shop. You bet. Hey folks, we're here on a Sunday afternoon. We're just at the end of our week of a carp rally that we've had going on. A lot of excitement happening out inside the shop. We've got a winner of the carp rally. We're going to announce that in a little bit. We're doing the carp rally to grow our carp fishing community. But really why we're doing the carp rally is we want to be able to support Casting for Recovery. So all of the entry fees for the carp rally, we've sold a lot of raffle tickets. I'll announce how much we actually end up raising for Casting for Recovery. We sold a lot of raffle tickets. We've had several sponsors. We've got great carp shirts, carp rally shirts. All the sponsors are on the back. All of those proceeds are going to Casting for Recovery in Arizona to get it up and off the ground and get it restarted in Arizona. But we have a couple of participants in the shop today that have been through Casting for Recovery. And I just wanted to talk to them a little bit about their story, the impact that this program has had on their life. And I really want you to get and understand the contribution that you, the Arizona fly fisher person, is making in the lives of other people. And I've heard the story, I heard Marilyn's story, really inspired me, touched me. And I'd like to talk to Cindy about her story. So Cindy, you went through the program, how many years ago?
It was in 2014.
2014. So just give me a little short story.
Short story. I was not in a good place, and my dad actually signed me up for the raffle, and I got a phone call and that I got in the raffle, that I was on the retreat. And it was amazing.
You were not in a good place.
I was not in a good place mentally due to I had already gone through the breast cancer. I was still having some surgeries, but my headspace was not there. I was not in a good place mentally.
Understandable.
Yeah. And kind of isolated, even though I was surrounded by people, still isolated. It's a strange feeling. It's hard to describe. And my dad got me into this retreat and with this group of women. It really was life-changing. I mean, they touched my heart. I felt a sense of community. I felt empowered. It was lovely getting out on the water. My dad had tried to get me into fly fishing before, but to actually do that with other women that were just like me was, I felt like a warrior when I was driving home. I felt like I was so proud of myself, having gone through that, going in, not knowing anybody.
So what you went through with that was a weekend retreat, right?
One weekend retreat. I got there on Friday night and I left on a Sunday, but I got so much information. I learned so much. I felt such a connection to the women there that I still have today. So, and now I'm working on staff and I get to help give back.
It had such an impact on you that you've now gone on staff.
Yes.
To help other women through the same.
Yes. I absolutely love it.
That is awesome.
Yes. It's a big part of my life now.
That is awesome. I am moved by your story, and I am more moved that we're able to make contribution and make a difference.
I moved when I found out that you're doing this whole, I just happened to be in Phoenix visiting family. I didn't even know this fundraiser was happening. And when another participant called me and said, hey, the fundraiser's this weekend, I was like, I'm going. So I extended my stay. I should be on my way back to Los Angeles right now. And I was like, no, I got to go to that fly shop. So thank you so much. I mean, it means a lot. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for sharing how it touched your life. And thanks for showing up here and being here.
Thank you.
And thanks for what you're doing for others that are coming behind you.
My pleasure. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's how life works. Like, we go through an experience. It's a tough experience in life. I've been through a lot of them. And then I'm there to be able to help somebody else go through that same experience, right? We're not doing this alone, folks. We're not doing the journey alone. We're here together for a reason, right? If we were supposed to be here alone, nobody else would be here. You'd be by yourself, but we're not that way.
You're not.
No.
You're not.
I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we just had a real brief conversation with Cindy, and Marilyn is here as well. And I was out in the shop just in conversation with her, and she was telling me about her experience of being involved with Casting for Recovery, the difference, the impact it had on her life. and there were several of us around. We were all moved by her story, and I just wanted to hear a little bit of your story. You know, you went through this weekend and what you were going through, and what you kind of went through during the weekend, and how you came out of it.
Sure. It was, as Cindy's was, a Friday to a Sunday. For me, I had just come off my last chemo treatment. So I'd spend a lot of time with doctors and nurses and people there who take care of you. But when I came to the weekend, the people that we met who were part of Casting for Recovery, the fishermen, the fisherwomen who were there to help us catch those elusive fish on Saturday, were the most comforting, compassionate people. They just had so much empathy and everything for us. And the other women who were there, some of them had been 20 years post their surgeries, their cancer. This happened in 2010 for me. So being a brand new cancer survivor at that point, didn't look like there was much ahead. You know, you kind of come into being tested and have the treatments, the chemo, the radiation, all of it, and you're just worn out. And it doesn't look like there's a big life ahead of you. Well, meeting these women from 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, they moved on with life, and life could happen again. And the fishing was part of that. That was, you know, life in that pond and the excitement that happened with it. And you found within yourself, you still had that same excitement. It wasn't all, you know, you went through another treatment, you went through another whatever. So it was a great weekend just to be loved, truly to be loved. That,
you know,
that was what
something
they
you
showed
said,
us.
I wanted. I've fly fished for 45 years, and I love to fly fish like crazy. I'm so drawn to it. Like something inside of me is drawn to be fly fishing. And for a long time, I never really examined that.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to examine it maybe a decade ago. It took me a long time to really get to what is this that draws me so much to fly fishing, right? I do a lot of outdoor activities. It's not the fish I'm after. Oh, there's another fish. I put them all back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But as I listen to you talk and share your story, for me, what I discovered is that when I'm fly fishing, I am right in the present moment, right? I'm not worried about what happened last month. I'm not worried about what I had for breakfast, what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm right here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I could imagine going through what you went through, and your future looks a certain way, and then suddenly, like this medical condition, like just shatters all that, and you have no idea what that, you know.
Right.
And it's hard to just be in that moment.
It is, because you're so focused on so much else, you
Right.
know, that's going on around you. The other part that fly fishing does for women who've had to have a mastectomy is it's a wonderful exercise for that shoulder, for that arm, whichever one it is. And there were ways for everybody to cast that line, and it was wonderful. And we were just about guaranteed a bite because there were lots of fish in the pond. But that and that focus of, here I am just in this one spot, like you said, you know, I'm just here enjoying being outside, enjoying these people, enjoying the fish. It was a wonderful experience. In Arizona, it kind of faltered a little bit. And I was really happy to see that. I got an email about, you know, we want to get the program started again, because it's vital. I think it's a really vital program for women to.
Well, your story
pursue.
and your courage is really inspiring for me, and in a way that I didn't realize I was going to experience being here today with you. Like you really, and I think you've touched a lot of people that you've shared your story with out there in ways that they didn't expect.
Yeah, you know, I hope so, because I think that's what it's all about. We need to share a story and let the people know who are supporting us. That was a really important thing for you to do. You know, it really meant a lot.
It's making a difference.
Yeah, it really is. There's lots of organizations out there, certainly. And, you know, anything that people do to help support us, we really appreciate. And especially you guys here at the Fly Shop. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for being here.
Oh.
Thanks for sharing your inspiring story.
You're welcome.
And folks, thank you for supporting Casting for Recovery and being a part of us, being a conduit really to help support Casting for Recovery in Arizona. This is the difference that you, the Arizona fly fishing community, is making in the lives of others. And it's a big impact. So I thank you. You bet.